The first thing I want to say is I've never been one to make my political opinions public, and I may not be the poster child for the all-American boy, but you see, we just might be. Because just like my country, I don't take no shit. That's the very reason I'm proud to be a man, and I'm proud to be an American. I could do whatever I want, I could say whatever I want, but you see, I realize those freedoms, they come with a price. I realize that there is a lot of good men and women that fought and died to give me those rights. And because of that, I have a deep and abiding respect for those individuals. Ladies and gentlemen, for the 4th consecutive year, I now present you the All-American Throwdown 2023. Welcome MTA fans to the All-American Throwdown. 32 of the best trucks and drivers are going to be tearing up the course tonight, trying to claim the 4th annual All-American Throwdown Championship tonight. We're going to see Bustin Loose, Gravedigger, the Felon. Many more trucks are here in the field. Too many to name right now, but you're going to see the best of the best and some of the biggest air you have ever seen on the MTA circuit. No questions asked. And these bad boys and girls are going to be throwing it down all night long, again trying to claim the 4th annual All-American Throwdown Championship. We're getting ready to turn 32 of the baddest monster trucks loose on YouTube here tonight, and we're getting ready to tear up the field and get ready for some Diecast monster truck racing like you've never seen before. All the trucks are getting geared up, ready to go back down to the pits, and we're getting ready to get round 1 action kicked off here tonight at the American Throwdown. And up first at the line, Ann Wook in the Scooby-Doo machine is going to be taking on Ethan Wagner in the Wild Hair Chevrolet. We told you the other week he's going to be making his last ride. Tonight is the night before he goes into the all-new Max D machine. He is now staged up against Scooby-Doo here in round 1. Both trucks ready to go. Green light goes down on the line. Wild Hair there. Scooby-Doo's in kind of trouble here, and Wild Hair pulls it out, and Scooby-Doo will park it on top of the van stack here inside the shutdown area. Ethan Wagner looking strong here tonight. Wild Hair, the camp moving on in the round 2 competition. Next up in round 1, Wyatt Anderson in the Flashfire Chevy Astro van, making his last ride in that vehicle as well. He is now ready to take on Team MITCH. Ethan Medlin behind the wheel, the futuristic SUV, all the way from Paxton, Illinois. Both trucks staged up at the line. We're looking for green here tonight at the American Throwdown down the straight stretch. You know, Flashfire with early MITCH now trying to come back on him, and Flashfire going for a ride. Up and over that last van stack inside the shutdown area, Wyatt Anderson pulls out the win over Ethan Medlin tonight in round 1. The crew's going to be thrashing on that truck. Hopefully we'll see him back for round 2. As we go down to your MTA replay, right there off the line, Anderson had the whole shot on MITCH. Coming down the straight stretch here, he tries to gather it up over that last stack of cars as you watch that outside lane. Lawn darts the truck, tried to bring it back around, and he just set it over on its side right before hitting the container there inside the shutdown area. Great run by Flashfire. Next up here tonight, Walker Stevens all the way from Poplar Branch, North Carolina. Son of a digger now ready to take on Joey Andrews in the Reptoid machine, powered by a big bad bow tie, all the way from Milton, Florida. Both trucks are staged up at the line. We're looking for green here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Off the line they go down. They're pretty much dead, even going into the first jump here. Slightly going to Stevens on the inside lane. He may just had enough to pull out the win over Joey Andrews and Reptoid as they cross the finish line. Not sure who got the win as of yet. As we go down to our MTA photo finish, your winner in round 1, Walker Stevens, and son of a digger by inches over the Reptoid machine. Next up here tonight at the American Throwdown in round 1 competition, Greg Durbin all the way from Columbus, Michigan. Brutus is back at the line. He is now ready to take on James Vaillancourt, the UFO Ford, all the way from Cinnaminson, New Jersey. 2 great MTA veterans throwing it down here tonight in round 1 competition. Here's the green light. On the line now, UFO with the whole shot. Brutus trying to come back on him now. It's Vaillancourt not letting up from nobody. UFO punches his ticket right in a round 2 competition. A tough break for Greg Durbin and Brutus. He gave it all he had, but James Vaillancourt on a rail here tonight in round 1. Next up in round 1 competition, the Idaho Wildman, Chris Walquist in the Escalade up at the line now. He is ready to take on Pete PISKADLO in the Pure Adrenaline Ford stage over here on the inside lane. A truck that Randy Brown made very famous over on the Monster Jam circuit. Both these drivers are ready to throw down. Jester, Pure Adrenaline, we're looking for green. Off the line now, looks like Walker's got the lead. Adrenaline's coming back on the now. Chapter man pulls it out, and he does indeed at the finish line as PISKADLO had a little bit of trouble up and over the first jump. Jester did pick up the win as we go back down now to check out our MTA photo finish. Watch how close it was, folks. Jester is your winner, but it wasn't by much, maybe about half a truck over pure adrenaline. Next up here tonight in round one competition, the Phenom himself returns, Rich Wagner in the Gravedigger, all the way from Kill Hills, North Carolina, now ready to take on Savvy Zillogy, the 1940 Willie stage on the outside lane out of Coopersville, Michigan. Both these drivers want this win bad here tonight. In round one competition, who will advance on into round two tonight at the American Throwdown? Little Miss Danger is taking on the Gravedigger. Green light drops down, they're pretty much even down those straight tracks. Now we got a race here, folks, to the finish line. An incredible matchup. Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger looking strong, but so did Savvy Zillogy in the Little Miss Dangerous machine. Another photo finish coming right at you. Your winner in round one, Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger by a nose, taking out Little Miss Dangerous here tonight. An incredible matchup, no doubt about it. Next up in round one, Jeremy Hiles in an Escalade coming back to the line. He has been a rookie sensation all year long, debuted at the top of the year. He is now ready to take on the kid that's been around for quite some time. Kieran Adams in the Liquidator Ford, Cinnamon, New Jersey native, both trucks are staged. Here's their green light. On the line they go now. Escalade got the slight lead on the Liquidator coming from behind now. And Escalade pulls it out. Liquidator turns it over inside the shutdown area. Kieran Adams couldn't come up with it at the end of the line. And Jeremy Hiles in an Escalade will pick up the victory here tonight in round one competition. Track crew and officials going to scoop Liquidator up off the track as we carry on with round one competition. And next up, the Crazy Cat, Jason Wolf at a Big Lake, Minnesota, the Little Tiger Ford stage on the outside lane, ready now to take on Jimmy Bones Ferguson out of Columbus, Michigan. The Avenger Chevrolet now staged on the inside lane. Ford Chevrolet shootout. Little Tiger and Avenger. Green light drops down. Tiger got him on the line. Avenger trying to come from behind here. Up and over the jump. And Little Tiger pulling it out with a huge sky wheelie up and over the finish line. Ferguson trying to hang with him, but Jason Wolf trying to get a championship win here tonight at the 4th Annual American Throwdown. Little Tiger looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Next up in round one is the return of Chris Baluk, the brand new Pouncer machine from Brentwood, Tennessee. A truck he built and sent down here to the MTA circuit, debuting here tonight. He is now taking on none other than the man himself, the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper, U.S. Air Force Afterburner stage on the inside lane. Both these drivers been around for quite some time. Green light goes down, two better, going to throw it down. Pouncer got the lead on him, Air Force coming from behind, and Jeffrey Skipper may have just come from behind and stolen that victory away from the Pouncer team. An incredible matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm still not sure who got the win. We're waiting on an official call. But what a comeback from the Iceman. Here's a look now at your MTA photo finish. Your winner, the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper, has come from behind and won this race over the Pouncer machine. What a matchup. And next up in round one, Olivia Cantwell out of Tonganoxie, Kansas, Scarlet Bandit, the Ford Expedition, now staged up against none other than downtown Mitch Brown in the Big Bad Ford BDS Supercharged Bigfoot, hailing out of Pacific, Missouri, rocking the red, white, and blue this evening, ready for the American Throwdown. Both trucks are staged. Battle of the Ford Oval Brigade. Here's the green light, and off the line they go. It looks like Cantwell's got a lead on him. Brown trying to come back and check one, not going to be enough. And Olivia Cantwell upsets Bigfoot here tonight. Scarlet Bandit will move on in a round two competition. Bigfoot on the trailer early. What an upset, no questions asked. The Bandit out for redemption here tonight. Next up in round one, Mike Lanford and the Felon Chevrolet. We've been talking about this cat for a long time over on the Smashdown scene. He's been taking names, trying to get a big win here tonight. He now draws up against Dan Cheech and Gosh from the Crush This podcast out of Champaign, Illinois. The Dodge-powered Rammunition stage on the outside lane. Chevrolet and Dodge gonna make a run. Green light goes down. The Dodge got him off the line. The Felon right there with him up and over the car. Now an incredible race. And Lanford loses it inside the shutdown area. Dan Chicha. Gosh, Mike LANFORD absolutely threw it down here tonight in round one. A great Chevrolet and Dodge matchup. Here's a look at your MTA replay. Cheech got him off the line. LANFORD made up the ground quick on the inside lane. And ladies and gentlemen, it's a shootout all the way down to the first jump. Watch right here as they go up and over the last set of cars and at the line. Mike LANFORD and the Felon Chevrolet will pull it out over Rammunition here tonight. An incredible matchup. The crew is going to be thrashing on Felon, trying to get him back in the round two competition. He is looking strong here tonight. Both those trucks were incredibly fast. Next up in round one, the bad boy himself, Johnny Retlaw, Excaliber out of Tom Foolery Motorsports, now stays on the outside lane, ready to take on Raylan Mullins and Medusa out of Orlando, Florida. The Ford stage on the inside lane. Stage now looking for green. Off the line they go. Excaliber and Medusa throwing it down here tonight over the first jump, and Excaliber turns it over. Medusa was right there with him all the way down to the finish line, through and through. A clean pass by both drivers as Retlaw rolls the truck over, trying to hang with Deuce here on the outside lane. Looking back at your MTA photo finish here tonight, your winner, Johnny Retlaw, Excaliber by inches over Raylan Mullins and Medusa. What an incredible race here tonight. And next up in round one, it's Joseph Parker in the Taz machine. We haven't seen him in quite some time. He's back, now ready to take on KAYDEN Wilson and Jurassic Attack, who pretty much bombed out this past Thursday on Thunder, got over the first dirt mobile and lost it to Sawyer Ramsdale and Sudden Impact, trying to redeem himself here tonight. Jurassic Attack and Taz. Here's the green light on the line. Jurassic Attack with the early lead. Looks like Wilson's going to pull it out, and Parker turns it over in Taz. Much like we just saw with Johnny Retlaw and Excaliber, Joseph Parker turning it on the fans here tonight. Turns the truck over. KAYDEN Wilson and Jurassic Attack advance on in the round two competition. Next up, last year's American Throwdown winner, Bethany Kilby returns in the Wildflower. Now ready to take on Rudy Zilligy. That's still his Rage machine. That's the chassis and everything. He just got the Megalodon Fire body on it. There you see a brand new Rage being built on display for the MTA fans to check out at the pit party. He is now rocking Megalodon Fire for a one-off event here tonight, taking on last year's champion, Bethany Kilby and Wildflower, trying to go 2 for 2 this year. Who's it going to be as we go green? Off the line now they go. They're pretty much even lead going to Wildflower. Megalodon coming back over now. And what a matchup it was as Kilby shuts it down inside the shutdown area and Megalodon into the sea container. That was probably the closest race of the night, ladies and gentlemen. We're going back down now to our MTA photo finish. Your winner in round one, Rudy Zilligy and Rage, and it wasn't by much, folks. He will knock out last year's champion, Megalodon Fire, moving on into round two. Next up tonight in round one, the Cowboy from Hell, Tim Cantwell, and the Bounty Hunter. All the way from Tonganoxie, Kansas, the Ford Expedition. He will now take on New Kid on the Block, Devin Treat and Bustin Loose, the Chevrolet out of Conroe, Texas. So a Ford Chevrolet matchup. Rookie taking on the veteran. Both trucks are staged now as we go green. Off the line now, Bounty Hunter got the lead. Bustin Loose making up some ground here to the last of the cars, and Devin Treat will upset the veteran here tonight in round one competition. Maybe some problems. We saw a little bit of smoke coming from the Bounty Hunter off the line. Devin Treat and Bustin Loose advance on into round two. A major upset, no question. And now as we close out round one action, Sawyer Ramsdale, who made it to the finals this past Thursday night on Thunder, the Ford out of Frackville, Pennsylvania, has been running strong. Now ready to take on Justin Lamb and Midnight Rider. Stays now on the outside lane. We're closing out round one action here tonight with these two trucks. Green light goes down and off the line. They're pretty much even now. We got a race here, folks, to the last of the cars. An incredible matchup as Sawyer gathers it up in the shutdown area. Sudden Impact got a little loose on him when he landed. Not sure who got the racing win as we go back to your photo finish. Ladies and gentlemen, your round one winner, Sawyer Ramsdale, and Sudden Impact by a tire length over Justin Lamb and the Midnight Rider. So what an incredible piece of driving by Sawyer, keeping that truck shiny side up. We are now going on in a round two competition. Flashfire will take on Wild Hair. UFO's going to take on Son of a Digger. Then the Grave Digger will take on Jester. Escalade taking on Little Tiger, other side of the bracket. We're going to see Megalodon take on Jurassic Attack. And then Bustin Loose taking on Sudden Impact to close out round two competition. Up at the line right now, ladies and gentlemen, Wyatt Anderson returns in the Chevy Astro van. Flashfire looks strong in round one, turned it over. He is now ready to take on Ethan Wagner in the Wild Hair Chevrolet, making his last ride here tonight in that wild hair machine as Austin Wagner will take over the driving duties. Ethan Wagner moving on to Max D. Who's it going to be going on to round 3? A Chevrolet matchup. Green light goes down. Flashfire gets the whole shot. Here comes the wild hair. Now he's out of shape though with Flashfire. Turns it over for the second time tonight. He will get the win, however, over Ethan Wagner and wild hair, as he hangs it up for the wild hair team. Again, moving on into Max D next season. Next up in round 1, James Vaillancourt returns in the UFO Ford all the way from Cinemessa, New Jersey. The veteran been out here for 4 years now. He will take on Walker Stevenson, son of a digger, all the way from Poplar Branch, North Carolina. He's ready to rock tonight at the American Throwdown. Boat truck stage. Green light drops down. Now Digger's got him up the line. UFO trying to make it to the ground here, and Stevens will pull it out with a nice slap wheelie at the shutdown area. And Vaillancourt tried to come up with it, just didn't have enough. And Walker Stevenson, son of a digger, puts UFO on the trailer here tonight in round 2 competition. Next up in round 2, however, the Idaho Wildman himself, Chris Walker's the Jester, now finds himself in a matchup against the Phenom, Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger from Double Hills, North Carolina. The 1950 Chevy panel van over there in that far lane, getting a shot at the Idaho Wildman. This one ought to be a dandy. Boat trucks are staged. Who goes on to round 3? Digger, Jester. Green light goes down off the line. They're pretty much even here, folks. We got a race up in another car. Incredible flat wheelie by Chris Walker's the Jester inside the shutdown area, but I do believe Rich Wagner, the Phenom, and Gravedigger has just taken the round 2 victory over Jester, folks. Here's a look at your photo finish. Your winner is going to be Rich Wagner and Gravedigger. Not by much, by about half a truck over the Escalade. Next up in round 2 competition, all the way from Big Lake, Minnesota, Jason Wook, the Crazy Cat and Little Tiger, another MTA veteran, now staged on the inside lane. It's going to take on Jeremy Hiles in an Escalade. New kid on the block. We've been talking about him all year long. Has been making a huge impact on the MTA circuit. Veteran taking on rookie. Both trucks are staged. Escalade and Little Tiger as we go green. Off the line now, Escalade got the whole shot. Little Tiger trying to come over. It's not going to be enough here in Escalade. Jeremy Hiles pulls out the win. Crazy Cat, Jason Wook going up on the van stack. He loses out to Escalade here tonight with a good fought battle. Nonetheless, Jeremy Hiles moving on into round 3. And next up, Olivia Cantwell. Again, Scarlet Bandit's been running strong all year long on the MTA circuit. Now finds herself against the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper, U.S. Air Force afterburner. A lot of wins to his name. He's trying to pick up another big one here tonight at the 4th Annual American Throwdown. Both these drivers staged, ready to go. Who's going to round 3? Green light drops down now, and Skipper's got the early lead. Cantwell right there with him. We got a race here, and I do believe Cantwell came from behind and picked up the win, much like Jeffrey Skipper did earlier tonight against Pouncer. Looks like we're going to have to go down to our MTA photo finish. I do believe Bandit got it. Here's another look at it. Your winners, Olivia Cantwell and Scarlet Bandit over the Iceman here tonight in round 2. The Bandits coming back for round 3. Next up in round 2 competition, Mike Lanford and the Felon Chevrolet had a strong run there earlier tonight in round 1. Now finds himself against the bad boy, Johnny Retlaw and Excaliber. Stays over here on the inside lane. 2 of the baddest trucks on the MTA circuit. Who's going on to round 3? We're going to find out. The Felon taking on Excaliber. Green light drops down now. They're pretty much even. Looks like a slight lead now to Felon. Excaliber coming from behind. And Retlaw pulls it back down inside the shutdown area. Got up on the van stack. Mike Lanford actually sent that thing all the way to the container. He knew Johnny Retlaw was going to be a tough matchup. Here's the look at your photo finish. Your winner, Mike Lanford of the Felon Chevrolet, takes out the bad boy and Johnny Retlaw's Excaliber here tonight in round 2. Next up in round 2, Rudy Zilligy returns in the Megalodon machine, now ready to take on KAYDEN Wilson. Jurassic Attack, again, that truck looked wicked fast in round 1. He is now set to take on Rudy Zilligy. Megalodon Fire again on the original Rage chassis, rocking a new look here tonight for a one-off event. Both these drivers are staged. Who's taking the win? Green light goes down. Megalodon got the lead on him. Jurassic Attack trying to make up the ground, and Zilligy pulls it out over the finish line. Ladies and gentlemen, an incredible matchup. KAYDEN Wilson was going for it, but Zilligy and Megalodon, your round 2 winner. Now, as we get ready to close out round 2 action, Sawyer Ramsdale out of Frackville, Pennsylvania, the Sudden Impact Ford, looking really strong in round 1. He is now set to take on Devin Treat, new kid on the block, all the way from Conroe, Texas, the Chevrolet Camp and Bustin Loose Ford Chevrolet matchup. Who's going to round 2? Here's the green light on the line. Sudden impact got the whole shot. Bustin loose, trying to make up the ground here to the finish line. And Ramsdale pulls it out in sudden impact. He will put Devin Treat and Bustin loose on the trailer. That sudden impact machine is looking strong here tonight. No questions asked. Bustin loose put up a good fight. Just not enough for the sudden impact forward there. Sawyer Ramsdale moving on. And ladies and gentlemen, the 4th Annual American Throwdown is continuing after the break. Round 3 action is up next. Don't go anywhere. We got more great racing still to come.
This isn't your typical motorsports podcast. You're listening to Crush This, a monster truck podcast presented by High Octane Coffee and J Concepts. A show where we take you inside the minds of your favorite drivers, past and present, of the monster truck industry. And now, your hosts, Brad Shaw and Dan Chichagash. Buckle in. The show starts now.
And welcome back to the American Throwdown here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We started with 32 trucks. We're now down to 8. Flashfire taking on Son of a Digger. Gravedigger takes on Escalade. Other side of the bracket, Scarlet Bandit will take on the Felon. And then Megalodon, Rudy Zilligy taking on Sawyer Ramsdale in the sudden impact Ford. So we got some great matchups in round 3 competition. Not sure who's going to take it all the way to semifinals, but we're about to find out, because up first at the line, Flashfire, Wyatt Anderson looking strong, rolled the truck over twice already tonight. Now ready to take on Walker Stevens and Son of a Digger, who's got one bad fast truck underneath them over there. He's ready now in that far lane. Who's taking all the way to semifinal action? Son of a Digger taking on Flashfire. Stage now, here's the green light. Down the straight stretch they go. They're pretty much dead even, folks. We got a good race going on, and Stevens looks like he pulled it out. Shuts it down right there on our ramp in the side of the shutdown area. Stevens had a slight lead going over the last set of cars. As we go back to your MTA photo finish, your winner, Walker Stevens and Son of a Digger by about half a truck over Wyatt Anderson and Flashfire. Next up in round 3 action, the rivalry is renewed. Jeremy Hiles and an Escalade taking on the Phenom and Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger. And a little story here. When Hiles debuted at the top of the year in an Escalade, he started poking the bear. That means the veteran, Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger. He actually has a couple races to his name there over the Digger. Who's taking the win here tonight? Green light going down. Off the line they go. They're pretty much even down the straight stretch here. A rivalry's going on in Escalade. They have pulled it out over the Phenom here tonight. Both drivers absolutely laying it down with quick passes of the night. Gravedigger was not given an inch, and neither was Jeremy Hiles in an Escalade. Here's a look at your photo finish, folks. Your winner, Jeremy Hiles in an Escalade by about half a truck, taking out the Phenom here tonight in round 3. A great race, no doubt, and Hiles is making a name for himself. Next up in round 3, Mike LANFORD returns in the Felon Chevrolet, now ready to take on Olivia Cantwell in the Scarlet Bandit Ford, all the way from Tonganoxie, Kansas. Both these drivers are looking strong here tonight at the American Throwdown. Only one's moving on to semifinals, Ford Chevrolet. Green light goes down, and both drivers got a good light coming down the straight stretch. They're dead even now. Up over the car's being in trouble, and what a ride for LANFORD. An incredible race as both these drivers absolutely threw it down here tonight in round 3 competition. Ladies and gentlemen, I am blown away up here in the commentator's booth. What a matchup it was. We're going back down now and checking out our replay. Off the line again, both drivers cut a great light. Maybe a slight lead to LANFORD on the inside lane, but Cantwell not cutting him any slack. Watch the Bandit in the far lane go straight up. LANFORD goes straight down. Hard hit on the pogo for Bandit. Looks like LANFORD got a nice slap wheelie in the shutdown area, and a tie rod end busted on the Bandit as she landed, rolling the truck over. An incredible matchup, but your winner, Mike LANFORD in the Felon. And now as we close out round 3 action at the American Throwdown, Rudy Zilligy and Megalodon Fire now stays on the outside lane. Again, that is his Rage chassis he's driving. Now ready to take on Sawyer Ramsdale, who has been on a rail here tonight. Sudden impact out of Frackville, Pennsylvania. Both these drivers trying to go to semis. Green light goes down off the line. It looks like Megalodon with the lead. Impact trying to come back here, and Zilligy pulls it out. Sawyer Ramsdale gave it all he had. It just wasn't enough for Rudy Zilligy and Megalodon as he gets the round 3 victory here tonight to close things out. And ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot more great racing still coming at you here tonight at the American Throwdown. We started with 32 trucks. We're now down to 4 because semifinal action is coming up next. Who takes it to the finals? We find out after the break. And ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention for just one moment, we want to take you over to the Midwest Madness YouTube channel, where they hold diecast racing once a month. Get ready to romp and stomp on their track as Midwest Madness puts on some of the most spectacular shows you will ever see on YouTube for monster truck diecast racing. Watch the carnage unfold, bodies get destroyed, and some downhole great racing action with 32 of the best monster trucks throwing it down on the Midwest Madness YouTube channel. You can find all their social medias on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and I'll post a link in our description. And ladies and gentlemen, if you can't get enough diecast monster truck racing, we told you about our friends over at Midwest Madness. We want to take you over to another YouTube channel. That is Monster Truck Championship. They throw down each and every week for the Monster Truck Wars on Monday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you can't get enough diecast racing, be sure to go check out Monster Truck Championship over on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. You won't regret it. They got some of the top trucks in the league, and they're ready to throw down for you each and every week on Monday nights. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 4th Annual American Throwdown. Again, we started with 32 trucks. We're now down to 4. Walker Stevens and Son of a Digger will take on Jeremy Hiles in an Escalade. Other side of the bracket, Mike Lanford and the Felon will take on Rudy Zilligy and Megalodon Fire. These drivers are ready to go here tonight. Who's going to take it into the finals? We're about to find out, because Walker Stevens out of Poplar Branch, North Carolina, Son of a Digger, will now stage against Jeremy Hiles in an Escalade. Again, the rookie sensation has been strong in that truck all year long since his debut. He is now ready to take on Son of a Digger in semifinal competition. Who's going to the finals here tonight? Both trucks stage. Here's the green light now. On the line they go. Looks like Escalade got the early lead. Stevens in all kinds of trouble. And Jeremy Hiles on 2 wheels and turns it over in the shutdown area. Got up on 2 wheels there on that last van stack. Nonetheless, Escalade is your winner over Son of a Digger here tonight in semis. So an Escalade will advance on into the finals. Who is his matchup going to be? Is it going to be Mike Lanford inside the Felon Chevrolet, the new truck he debuted just a few months ago? Or is it going to be Rudy Zilligy again in his Rage truck with a Megalodon body on it? One of these drivers will meet an Escalade in the final round. Both trucks stage now. They want the win bad. Green light going down now and off the line. Both drivers cutting green light. We're even down to the first jump. We got a race here, folks. An incredible matchup, and Lanford turns it over again here tonight. On the outside lane, got crossed up on the van stack there inside the shutdown area. Megalodon hung right there with him. Not sure who got the win. Here's your photo finish, your winner. Mike Lanford in the Felon Chevrolet from the outside lane by about 3/4 of a truck makes it into the finals, and that's what we all come to see, ladies and gentlemen. It is now final time. The officials confirm that the Felon is ready to go after that rollover. He is now ready to take on that Escalade here tonight at the 4th Annual All-American Throwdown Finals. Mike Lanford again debuted the Felon just a couple of months ago. The Chevrolet Campton working for him here tonight. Stage on the outside lane. Jeremy Hiles in an Escalade made his debut at the top of the 2023 year. Escalade's working for him. Who's taking the win here tonight at the American Throwdown? Felon, Escalade. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime here tonight at the American Throwdown. Down the straight stretch, they're dead even now into the first jump. We got a race, folks, an incredible matchup. Both drivers keeping it shiny side up all the way down to the shutdown area. What a matchup it was. A veteran taking on a rookie for the American Throwdown Championship here tonight. Still not sure who got the win as they went across the finish line. Look at your MTA replay here. Off the line they go. Both drivers cut a pretty good light. They're pretty much dead even all the way down the straight stretch here. Watch as they go up and into the first jump. Some big time air out of both drivers. Up and over the cars to the line. Your winner, Mike Lanford of the Felon Chevrolet, gets it over the Escalade here tonight at the 4th Annual All-American Throwdown. So the Felon prevails over an Escalade. And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in his MTA career, a big championship win. Congratulations to Mike Lanford of the Felon. You are the American Throwdown Champion. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll conclude the event here tonight at the 4th Annual All-American Throwdown. We saw some of the biggest air, wildest crashes, and most importantly, some of the greatest diecast monster truck racing on the MTA YouTube channel here tonight. Thank you guys so much for supporting the MTA channel. If it wasn't for you guys, we would have gave this up a long time ago, and I truly do mean that. Thank you guys for your support, and I'll catch you at the next show down the road.